You can find us at BWSSpodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is Because We Said So. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's Because We Said So.
This is Because We Said So. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2.
Yo.
We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey.
And we got Benny in mic 4. So, all right. So we hail from Miami. You can get us at our website, BWSS Podcast, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, BWSS Podcast. Instagram is BWSS Cast. We record on camera. You can watch all of our stuff at YouTube. And we record at Arcane Studios, and all the music is by the Unsilenced. So 2 shows a week. Monday or Tuesday, it's the weekend news, and Friday is the fun stuff. So that makes this BWSS episode 50, the fun stuff. And by the way, allow me to reiterate when I say episode 50. So it is our 50th episode. So cheers to that. We're going to do a couple of shots.
Wow.
I don't drink.
Sure. So this prescribed
Biggest lie of
spirits.
2021.
So AJ prescribed spirits. This is the barrel finished because legally you can't say barrel aged. Bourbon can, so you have to say barrel finished. Hold up your bottle, Lucas. So Lucas, when he was down here, he got a bottle, so which is awesome. So in fact, AJ's out of town. He's gonna be coming back. Hopefully, we're gonna be able to do something with him. So anyway, episode 50. So cheers it out.
Cheers.
Cheers. Boom. Oh.
Oh, it just
Good
went down
Lord.
smooth.
Wow.
I thought I was gonna have to do this.
It's so it's dude, honestly, it's so freaking delicious.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Good Lord.
What is that hint of?
Well,
Balls.
dude, you got coconut. You definitely have
Balls.
a ton of vanilla for sure.
That shit's delicious.
But he obviously you're gonna have juniper, but he uses pink peppercorn as well. So that's where you get a little bit of that spiciness in there. Dude, so good. The regular and the barrel finish, they're both amazing. If you live local here in Miami, you can get it. Lucas got his at Total Wine. And I'm pretty sure he has places in Colorado as well. So we're going to get him on the show. As soon as he gets back, we'll get him lined up to come onto the show.
If it's at Total Wine, you can probably get it almost anywhere.
No, because I'm pretty sure each Total Wine is going to have representation of local stuff, and there'll be like a local area in each Total Wine. I don't know if he's national at Total Wine. Maybe.
Yeah, if it's online, I'm pretty sure they can just send
They
it.
can get it sent over for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, it's, basically gin that is aged in oak, this one specifically. And we have pictures of us at the actual place where he does all the aging and does the bottling. In fact, we went there to bottle with him. It was a lot of fun. So, but yeah, man, really, really good stuff for sure. And what's cool about the barrel finish is it's just super, super smooth. Yeah, so, all right. So topics for today: most expensive sculptures purchased at auction. Mexican Godfather update. Laz's Corner of Positivity over there. So very excited about that. We got Lucas's weather. So, and we got a little surprise story from Benoit. He doesn't know what I'm going to ask.
Yeah,
he's got that look on his face. He's got that look on his face. But there's a story I'm going to ask him to reiterate. So, but that being the case, we're going to jump into most expensive sculptures. And Lucas, do you have your little thing out, by the way? The ones.
You have your little thing out.
Do you have your
Lucas,
thing
again?
out, Lucas?
Your little thing out again. Why?
Yeah.
How do you remember what
Just
it
get
looks
the
like?
thing out, bro. All right, so these are all from CNN Style. This is a list that I fell across. I was like, wow, came across. But I felt like this is kind of cool, something we could add to the show. And to date, and this came out less than a week ago, so to date, 2021 in January, this is up to date with the most expensive one. So number 9, the Guinaud Lioness, circa 3,000 to 2,800 BC. So this is actually made out of limestone, where and when. So it was actually sold by Sotheby's, New York in 2007. So it was a little over 3 inches tall. Basically, for those of you listening, and it kind of looks like ivory. But it's this like cougar-looking thing with standing on two legs, and it's got its tail and it's got its arms, super muscular. But it's only 3 inches tall, and is known as the Guenol, Guennol. It's estimated to sell for up to $18 million. So it's sold for more than triple its expected price. And to set the record at a time for any sculpture of any period, lending luster to the work's history, it had been viewed at the Brooklyn Museum since 1948, and it traveled to a handful of expeditions at some of the country's greatest museums. Don't know where it came from. Don't know who made it. Sold for $57.2 million.
Wow.
3 inches tall.
Wow.
Unbelievable. The fact that it traveled as many places as it did, that's what leads to that, that price. Like places where it was being exhibited, I guess you could say. People who have owned it, how many owners, stuff like that. So going up to number 8, and this is a bronze sculpture, by the way, and this is based off another one that he had done earlier. So it was sold in Christie's, New York, 2017. So other works from this group of sleeping muses live in museums like the Art Institute of Chicago, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, and Benoit. So Musée National d'Arts Moderne in Paris.
Le Musée d'Art de Paris Moderne.
Okay, so there you go. So it was also other ones similar to this one being displayed as well. Writing about the marble sculpture that this bronze is based on, art historian Carola Guidon Welker wrote, La Muse Endormie of 1909 to 1910 constitute a decisive break in Brancusi's Ove. So, but yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like a plain voodoo mask. With this form, hair. What's that?
It has hair on
it does have hair. This hair like kind of carved in, like in lines. Sure, I'll give you that for sure. So what the artist said, with this form, I could move the universe.
Ooh.
So interesting.
How much was that for?
$57.4 million.
200,000 more.
Jesus.
I mean, the thing is, it doesn't say how big it is, but it can't be more than like a foot in width, I would say at the most. So number 7. So you guys might have seen this one before or versions like it. I can't remember the name of the documentary. It's a documentary I watched on Netflix. They were talking about how arts, and the prices of art have been just, so overdone and different people's version of what art is. But this guy was featured a lot. But anyway, Balloon Dog Orange, 1994 to 2000 by Jeff Koons, is made with high chromium stainless steel, sold at Christie's in New York in 2003. Standing some 10 feet tall and weighing in at 1 ton, this balloon dog is one of a litter of 5 pieces identical except in color. When it came up for sale, it only had one owner, collector and magazine publisher Peter Brandt, who bought it at a London gallery. So anyway, this one sold for $58.4 million. So 10 feet tall, this one, weighing in at a ton. So high chromium stainless steel is basically a steel that
plus shipping.
Chromium's added, but it makes it super strong, less able to be abrased and stuff like that. What's that?
I said plus shipping.
Plus shipping, yeah, of course. Jeez. So very, very good. All right. Oh, wrong one. God damn, dude. Fat fingers today. All right. So number 6. So this is Tite, 1911 to 1912 by Amedeo Modigliani. So this one's also limestone as well. And it was sold in Sotheby's, New York in 2014. It's basically like a long, tall face with a very, very long, like almost Incan style nose. Sitting on a pedestal with her hair going back. Modigliani conceived a number of stone head sculptures as a group in his studio and displayed them at a major Paris exhibition, all in a line, according to artist Jacques Lipchitz, Lipchitz, quoted in Sotheby's essay on the sculpture. A great majority of the 24 or so carvings Modigliani is known to have created reside in a world-class museums such as MoMA, Guggenheim in New York, Philadelphia Museum of Art, and the National Gallery of Australia in Canberra. According to Sotheby's, the poverty-stricken artist scavenged the material from Parisian construction sites, rolling it into a wheelbarrow back to his studio, which artist Jacques Lipchitz called a miserable hole. So they're probably building some shit, some cool building, took a chunk home, created this, just sold for $70.7 million.
How big is it? What's the dimensions?
2014. It doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
Unfortunately, yeah. I probably could have looked that up. That would actually be good to know. But this one, it didn't say. So, all right, number 5, Le Jeune Fille Sophistiqué.
Ah, le jeune sophistiqué.
Fille is F-I-L-L-E.
Et la fille, which means daughter.
Okay. So, Le Jeune Le Fille Sophistiqué, portrait of Nancy Cunard. So, in 1928 to 1932 by Konstantin Brancusi. This is polished bronze with a marble base. Sold in Christie's, New York in May 2018. This piece had been off the market since 1955 when the seller had bought it directly from the artist. And it sold for $71.2 million. It's crazy, dude. So here we go, number 4.
Oh.
So
Dead
this
mouse.
is the one that kind of started. You could say dead mouse, sure. I mean, but it's a rabbit. But you could say this is kind of where it started all. What's really cool about this image, you can see the camera like reflected that took the image. So Rabbit, 1986, Jeff Koons, the same guy that did the dog, the pink one, I guess it was. Yeah, right. I was gonna say the doll, but it's because it's kind of like a doll, the dog. So Stainless Steel, Christie's, New York, 2019. Stephen Cohen, bidding on behalf that night was his dealer Robert Munchin, father of Stephen Munchin, Secretary of State under President Donald Trump. People love Jeff Koons or people hate Jeff Koons, so this is one that will start lively conversations among your house guests. Created during the 1980s by an artist who was previously a stockbroker, this painstakingly exact copy of an inflatable toy perfectly exemplifies a world body of work that some pass off as insipid, while others say it is an arch commentary or arc commentary on consumer culture. Experts observe after the auction, New York Times art critic, that is, Roberta Smith, was compelled to write the article, Stop Hating Jeff Koons, where she wrote that the artist changed the way we see the world and that he challenges us. Can shiny be art? $91 million. So these next 3 are all by the same artist. This is Alberto Giacometti. So apparently this guy was the shit. Bronze on a wooden base. Wow. Sotheby's, New York, 2014. This was also purchased by Stephen A. Cohen. On the night it sold, the sculpture, standing just 4 feet 9 inches, fetched the second highest price for a Giacometti and the second highest ever for a sculpture. The surreal image of a woman on a chariot that can't actually move has a curious origin. The artist had spent time in a hospital after breaking his foot in an accident and later recalled that he had marveled at the nurses' carts outfitted with bells. Giacometti made 6 versions of the sculpture. Others reside in institutions like MoMA and the National Art Gallery in Washington. Sotheby's sold a version of the same sculpture in 1984 for $1.4 million. So, any guesses on what this one was?
No idea.
85 million?
No, it has to be higher. It has to be
83.
It has to be higher than the last one.
120 mil.
$101 million.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Jesus. Oh, that one's cool.
I
So
feel like
this-
I've seen this one.
Yeah, so that one was Chariot.
Looks like the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, this one's interesting. It does a little bit. So, Le Homme qui marche, 1960 by Alberto Giacometti.
Ah, L'Homme de Christ.
What's that?
L'Homme, which means the man.
The man? I think the man like marches on. So I guess M-A-R-C-H-E would be marche.
Il a marché walking.
Bronze. This is bronze. So this is sold in Sotheby's, London, 2010. So what makes it so appealing? The buyer got a truly museum caliber piece. Other casts of the same sculpture are in major museums such as Pittsburgh's Carnegie Institute of Museum of Art and the Albright Knox Art Gallery in Buffalo, New York. Although the sculpture's eyes are almost on the viewer's level, the figure remains essentially remote. Staring out at an unseen goal with its gnarled, devastated surfaces, Walking Man Eye, there it is, Walking Man Eye, stands as a symbol of humanity, always striving, ever seeking, never at peace. The roughly modeled surfaces shimmer under different light conditions, as if indicating the translucent nature of reality, and the figure's nervous energy activates the surrounding space. 104.3 million. So, and it's, it's about 5'5", something like that, feet tall, because it said the eye level is almost the same as ours. And then the last one, so L'Homme Doit, L-D-O-I-G-T. And this is 1974. Once again, Alberto Giacometti. at Christie's, New York, 2015. Stephen Cohn again. This guy's just buying up fucking everything. 6 foot tall, painted bronze sculpture of a man pointing has been taken off the market since 1970. Adding to its allure, the experts know it's a world-class work. Other versions of the same sculpture are in holdings of London's Tate Gallery and the MoMA. The Swiss artist, driven by a philosophical inquiry into the human condition after devastation in World War II, remains the only sculptor whose works have sold upwards of $100 million. This was $141 million.
Wow.
Artists pulled an all-nighter to create the piece for an upcoming exhibition. So did this in one night, $141 million. It's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Makes you want to be a sculptor. Jesus Christ.
Looks like it's made with papier mache.
Yeah, right? It does look like paper mache. It does look like it.
140 mil for papier mache.
It's kind of true. All right, so we're going to take a quick little break. We're going to come back with Lucas's weather. I got a little bit of beef. We got an update on the Mexican Godfather. And we'll be back very shortly. Boom.
Blue skies turn to gray when you're so far away. Oceans don't undulate, the waves don't sway. The plants and trees don't feel the breeze, they cease to breathe when you're so far away. You say I'm perfect, unbelievably. Well, it's the same with me, the feeling's the same with me, but you're so far away. You're so far away. You're so far away. So yeah, I feel a little blue. So far away. You're so far away. You're so far away. You're so far away. So blue like any other time I'm without you. Far away. You could be in another galaxy.
Pennsylvania, well, Philly's decriminalized. Decriminalized.
Yeah, Pennsylvania is medical.
Pennsylvania is medical. But in
Lancaster-
Philly, yeah, it's just a ticket.
Yeah.
Like,
Lancaster's Lancaster County is also decriminalized.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
in Florida.
Yeah, because of all the freaking farmers and Amish. They're probably like, listen, man, we don't have TVs, we don't have Xbox, we don't have cars. Can we just smoke some fucking weed, please?
What are they? How do they go in life though, bro? Like, they're like when you see what everything else is going on. I know they have the thing where you can leave for like a year and
Yeah.
then come back.
I think that's Mennonite, though. I don't know if
no,
that's...
no, that is Amish.
Is it?
And then you decide
What
if
is
you
that
want to come
called?
back to the Amish. They have their
Yeah.
own little community, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they don't
yeah.
use electricity.
They do, but they don't
It's
use like
reformed.
machinery or some shit. What's that?
Yeah, it's real quick. They leave. It's called Rumspringa.
Research Lucas.
Rumspringa?
Research.
Yeah, RUMSPRINGA.
Okay.
But they have to.
But it's not for a year, right?
It's until you want to come. They give you the option if you want to leave, and like
There's
don't
a
come back.
documentary that's been in my queue on Netflix for a long time, and it's something like that. They like leave and they want to leave, but then they find I think it's a Jewish community, but they want to leave and they're like, no, like they're making it really difficult for them or some shit. Get the
But
label out.
supply
Jeez.
wise, how do they get stuff that they
Devil's
need?
Playground.
Yeah, how do they get? That's a good question.
Like if they need random things, like what do they
Like,
get?
got to start paying rent and rent a car and shit. That's not cheap.
Yeah.
Fucking A. All right. Well, we're back. We're going to jump into Lucas's weather. But first, Benoit, I was just, I was just really mesmerized by your dildo story. And I just kind of,
Oh yeah.
Do I want to
it's just a
hear
really,
this?
really
Okay,
funny
so-
story. And I just I feel like the listeners deserve, to hear your dildo story. 'cause
Okay,
it's pretty
so,
funny.
I live in a house up in Biscayne Park. We have a roommate. She's awesome. Her name is. She has a friend of hers who works in the sex toy industry. She said, "Hey, can you send me a dildo?" Sends her a dildo, nice size. By surprise, sends her a box, but meanwhile, the owner of the house was waiting for a bottle of wine, and it came in this wooden box, and it come to see it was a 13-inch black dildo. It was, I mean, dude, the thing was this big. It was like pretty much as thick as a soda can, and I'm just telling Ursula, how are you gonna fit that? I mean, you'll never be the same if you do. And then she's like, well, you won't know because you guys won't be here if it does happen. So, but it's 13 inches. It's like this big. It's like a soda can. And she puts it on the side of her bathroom and just sticks to the wall and flicks it. And it moves up and down 13 inches.
So there you go, folks.
Wow.
He was telling me the story, and I thought, you know what? I feel like the listeners deserve the story like that.
Oh God.
Goodness gracious. Wow. So, all right. Well,
13 inches.
Drink to that one.
there you go, folks. Yeah. So, all right. Anyway, with that, we're going to go ahead and do I have the speakers on? Oh, speakers are off. Good deal. All right, Lucas. So, are you ready over there?
Research Lucas.
Yes, I am.
All right. So, Lucas, where do we have the weather this week?
This week we have weather coming out of the United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. Okay. UK.
Yep. And we have Cockermouth in the United Kingdom.
Cockermouth.
Cockermouth. And it goes perfectly with
Cockermouth.
Benny's story about the dildos.
It certainly does.
Yes.
So can you? All right.
This
so
wasn't planned, right?
Cockermouth. So could you please spell that for the listeners at home?
Cockermouth.
That's freaking Cockermouth in
England.
the UK, in England. Okay. Cockermouth in England, folks. All right. So I guess we'll start with Saturday. Rock on. Cockermouth.
Saturday, January 23rd. High of 37, low of 32. Rain/showers. Chance of precipitation 45% with the winds coming out of the south-southeast at 9 miles per hour.
Okay. Some rain. Imagine that, England, you know.
Yeah. Sunday, January 24th. High of 37, low of 34. Rain/snow. High of 40
Ooh.
for 40% chance of precipitation with the winds coming out of the west-southwest at 10 miles per hour.
Okay.
Monday, January 25th. High of 40, low of 36. Surprising, showers. It is England, so
Sure.
chance of precipitation at 60% with the winds coming out of the south-southwest at 12 miles per hour. Tuesday, January 26th, high of 41, low of 37. Showers with the chance of precipitation hanging around at 60% again with the winds again at south-southwest at 12 miles per hour.
Wow, we looped the rain. That's how much it's raining. Okay.
And we'll round it off with Wednesday, January 27th, high of 41, low of 36. Light rain, chance of precipitation at 60% again with the winds coming out of the south-southeast at 12 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And
just
that's
rain.
Wet and cold.
soaking in Cockermouth.
Yeah.
Oh, soaking in Cockermouth.
Wow. All right.
Research Lucas.
Research Lucas.
Cockermouth. That's a good one.
Yo, cock in your mouth.
All right. So we're going to go ahead. I got a couple of small little beefs. One big beef, one small beef. I'm going to start with a small beef. So Lucas is down here, and him and Elena and Alicia go to the grocery store while I was in here editing. And Elena's like, "Do you need anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, cream." Cream.
Okay.
I need cream for my coffee.
I'm going to leave now.
Yeah. So
I think I heard this story.
I mean, you might have.
I don't know.
So I was like,
We
I
spent a
need
lot of time
cream.
together last week.
Creme.
So when I talked to Elaine about it, she's like, yeah, Lucas asked like a bunch of questions, like how many and what size and what brand and right? Like a whole bunch of fucking questions about fucking cream.
Wait, do you use regular cream?
I use
or
half
just
and half
flavored?
cream. It's cream. Just fucking cream.
Somebody tell you to buy cream, just buying
Cream for the fucking coffee.
half
Just
and half.
cream.
Is it
All right.
organic or
Okay.
non-organic?
It doesn't. I mean, the one that I get is not organic.
No.
but I don't really care. Just
Shame on
fucking
you.
cream.
Let's let my coffee a little
So the next day I get up, I'm like, okay, ready for some coffee. This is going to be awesome. Fresh cream. It's going to be all, great. And I have the coffee machine. You just push the button and you got to clean out the basket, fill the water. You push the button, it grinds the beans. It does it for you. How many cups do you want? Blah, blah, blah. I get there, put in the sugar, ready for the cream. I take it out. I'm like, this one's purple. Usually it's red. Fat fucking free cream.
Oh no, it's
So-
the worst.
Who
Why
buys,
would they buy fat?
Yeah.
Why does it even
Who
exist?
chose it?
Fat free cream?
It's
Really?
It's like 1% milk. Who
Could
drinks
you imagine? It's like, pick me up a 6-pack and he gets me like non-alcoholic beer, Dude. Fat free cream, bro. Like, really?
that? Or
I'm just
Coors
trying to-
extra light.
Why did you buy fat-free cream?
Yeah. That's a good. After like 18 questions about cream, why did you buy fat free cream? Oh, I don't know, because I wasn't paying attention. Dude.
Oh,
think
wait, it
about
wasn't-
the percentage of creams out there that are real cream. And
Why the fuck did
percentage
you
is
ask for all the
fat-free.
questions? then?
Yeah. He didn't want to fuck up and get the wrong cream. So guess what happened? He got the
cream.
wrong fucking cream.
Oh no.
I should have gotten almond milk.
That would have been better than fat-free cream.
Ooh.
Anything would have been better than fat-free
Anything
cream.
would be better
Who
than
fuck-
fat-free cream.
Why do they have fat-free cream?
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Because people want it. They think they,
what?
fat-free.
No cream. You don't fuck. Like,
It's like non-dairy cheese, some crap.
fuck.
Fat-free cream.
Sorry,
Imagine
Seth.
so you give me some ice cream and come back with like sugar-free ice cream.
I feel it right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, my second beef is Amazon, or not Amazon, YouTube and Facebook. They won't let me advertise our fucking show. Every time I put a video together, so I put one together, 30 minutes long. It's literally 30 of our 1-minute teasers that we put out. And I guess I'm gonna have to go through them. One of them must be political or about the election, and I got freaking banned. Like got denied again. Both of them, Facebook and YouTube. Stop denying our shit. Oh my god, look at the color of that. What the hell? What are you drinking?
That's the Gatorade.
It's like
It's grape flavored.
It's visible shit.
oh my god, dude, look at the color of that.
Looks like blue eyes.
That's the most unnatural shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's mana potion.
You know, it's funny. This whole time I'm thinking about a joke, and it's such a weird, fucking ugly color of blue. Can't even think of anything funny to say. Although it matches our logo, which is kind of cool. If you look at it, interestingly enough, what a dork.
It's mana potion.
Mana potion. I guess that would fit. To be honest with you, it's not bad. Anyway, Facebook and Google, Google,
YouTube.
Google, Facebook and YouTube. Come on, guys. Really? Like us? Really? Us? So, and that's pretty much it. So
Yeah, but you think they go through all the things and
they must. Somebody has to watch them. I don't understand how they could possibly, unless like a computer listens and I say Biden or Trump and it's automatically, or if I say,
Red flag.
yeah, but you're not allowed to
election.
do that.
No.
You're not
they
allowed to talk
banned-
about Trump or Biden. Or...
You're allowed, but they won't let you advertise.
Oh, okay. Because
Because
they're
of all the
profiting
fake
off
news and all the fucking
I
bullshit
get
going
it,
on
I
and
get
shit.
it.
And riot inciting. And by the way, Benny, what'd you think of all that with the Capitol being sieged and being a Trump fan?
we
and
should
all
have
that?
asked him that last week,
That's
like a
all
couple
right.
days ago.
I got no comment.
Oh, here we go.
None?
You have nothing to say about this?
Come on, bro.
No.
This is the circle of trust here. This is a safe zone.
No comment.
Really?
No comment?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Man, we needed somebody. This is the time for you, your people.
Yeah, I know, right? This is your
Like-
chance to take a stand, and this aggression will not stand, man. All right, Laz.
What? You got beef?
Nah,
Or no,
I'm
that's
an
the wrong
asshole.
one.
Am I an asshole?
Mine was you got beef.
All right, so basically at work I'm doing like a next step level, trying to become like a process guide, a process assistant.
Sure.
So I'm already doing the process guide thing, but
So, which is what?
basically I'm assisting my assistant manager trying to get a promotion. Basically,
No, but you said, you're in the process.
yeah,
of
I'm
trying
a
to-
process guide. That's what
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm a process. Basically, I have to kind of make sure the workflows, move people around, just basically take care of the document.
Kind of like an overseer.
Yeah.
Okay.
basically. I'm not going to call it management, but it's supposed to help me with whatever's going on.
Sure.
I don't know how their process works over there. I know how it works, but it's very complicated to explain.
Sure.
So anyways, I'm very, very bad with names, bro. So
Okay.
like,
Sure. Sure.
so like there's a lot of people, like, but bro, I told you, even though the doc has like 100 people, I used to work with only like 10 people and like my managers and assistant managers. So everybody else I say hello to, have like small conversations with, which they really respect me for a lot of things, is now I don't know anyone's name.
Sure.
And Camilo used to always be like, how come you don't know people's names? Like, yo, because it doesn't affect me. I don't care. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, it's not like I just go to say, hey, you cook, make me this. Or you cook, I need that. I always come and say, hey, how are you today? Da, da, da,
Sure.
whatever. I remember a little conversation we have, but so like on the radio, I'm like, oh, this person's missing. I'm telling my manager because I need everybody's supposed to be
But you
missing.
don't know who's fucking missing. 'Cause you don't know their name.
So I'm on the radio, I'm like, yo, the short dude wears the hat. Like, that's what I wanted to say. But I'm like, so
You know
now I'm like,
that
yo,
short, fat, white guy. Yeah,
so-
he's not here.
I was about to say something on the radio, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk up to him and just ask him, like, yo, I haven't seen this dude. And then I still had to explain to him, like,
Because
yeah.
you want to say it on the radio with
Yeah, on
everyone else.
And I'm, because, oh man, hold on. So when I went to him, like, he's like, oh, who's missing? I'm like, so I have like Dread Guy, I have
Oh, jeez.
tall Haitian guy, short guy that doesn't speak English. like it's that. But as soon as you explain it, everybody understands what you're saying.
Okay, sure.
So
sure.
I'm like, damn, am I asshole for not remembering these people's name, even though they have to like kind of work under me?
How long have you been working with these people?
I've been working them since last year, but now directly directing them,
asshole?
it's only been like, this is my 4th shift yesterday.
Sure.
So
Okay. Well,
and
it's
they
gonna take
move
some
people
time.
around all the time.
Sure.
So it's like, it's not like, so
What-
they give my
what-
people in the beginning of the shift.
What I try to do if I meet somebody, like if it's a name that I recognize, or even if it was somebody in my past, like if it's Jessica, I would think of it. I don't actually am not friends with a Jessica, maybe our sister, whatever, but I don't know of, so it would just relate to somebody else that I knew had that name. Something like Losner, it's going to be kind of tough. Unless I was to envision like a lozenge. So stuff like that. So, but yeah, that's tough when you have 100 people. All of a sudden, they keep
But-
switching around.
And then on top of that, I'm doing something completely different. So I have to learn how to manage that I have to manage
Sure,
my job first.
sure.
So for me, literally everybody is just like a number. So I come in, I'm like, how many loaders do I have? He's like 4. I'm like, how many palletizers do I have? Like 15. All right, cool. All right, so hey, you 3 here, you 3 here, you 3 here. Hey, mommy, come here. Can you go over there, please? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not rude. Like, you feel
Sure,
me? Like, I'm
sure.
not. It's just like
I don't know. I mean,
Because once I heard-
I don't think you're an asshole.
Once
Not yet.
because the thing is, one of the managers on the radio was like, they were looking for somebody, and there was like, the big guy with the squeaky voice. I'm like, damn, I can't say that shit, kid. Like,
But they did.
they did on the radio though.
Sure.
Like, so not
Sure.
Radio.
everybody doesn't have the radio. Maybe like 10 people out of maybe like 150.
Sure. I remember the radios at the steakhouse when I became a som dude. It was so nice. Just
Hey,
boop.
So
Hey, Lance, if it makes you feel any better, when I was still in sales, one of my clients was a local school bus company.
okay.
I was going and visiting them for, the first 4 or 5 months and continued on, but it wasn't until the 4 or 5 months had passed that one of the guys I've been talking to was my old bus driver.
Oh shit.
Okay. Wow.
And you didn't know
So-
who that was either?
Nope. I was like, yeah, my old bus driver was Jody. I was like, yeah, that's me.
What?
Oh God.
Oh
dude.
man.
Research, Lucas.
Whoops. That's pretty funny. All right. Well, I don't think you're an asshole in that case. No. I mean, give it some time. If we're having the same conversation in like a few months,
In a few months, I have to know everybody's name.
But
by
look at
then.
it this way, the people that you have to report, maybe try to figure out their names. So at least you can, the people you're reporting, at least in that regard, you'll have their names and look like a cool guy to a degree. Because the people you're not reporting on or whatever, you don't have to really probably use their name nearly as often. I suck with names. I'm awful with names.
Awful.
Awful.
I'm great with names.
Are you?
Oh,
That's where you have to be
Yeah.
though, with industry wise.
I'm awesome.
Yeah. All right. I
All
can
my
see you being good with
VIPs, I
names.
remember all of them, all their names.
That's true. You're always good at meeting people.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
And like, you want to go out and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
I remember your name for the day. I'm not going to remember because it's for me, a lot of things are like useless information.
Sure.
So it's like something I need to know for now. I don't need to know it later. Like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to name is Mike. Fuck Mike. Like, you know what I mean? Like, It's only for today.
Fuck Mike. I mean, if you got that many employees or that many people you work with, it's got to be tough, dude, for sure. So, all right, Benny. So you said you had a little story. You know, you thought maybe you might be an asshole. Said you probably were, but you know, we thought we'd listen to it anyway, in case.
So we found a dog, and I was walking the dog across the street.
So you found the dog, and you had the dog for a little while, and you were walking the dog across the street.
And the dog took a big dump in the neighbor's yard.
He can't even like look at him. He's looking to the side. He can't even like.
And didn't pick it up. Walked back to the house.
Asshole.
Could have came back and picked it up and just left it there in the front yard of the homeowner. So I'm an asshole.
Okay.
Who picked it up?
I think you're pretty much
nobody did. I just left it there.
I mean, I don't even have like in my you're
So I'm an asshole.
So
Try weed whacking.
definitely an asshole. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Try weed whacking the shit bag. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened to me.
Oh,
I was
God.
whacking the curb and didn't notice it until I ripped open.
Weed whacked the freaking bag of dog shit.
I had to walk a friend's dog, and because they were cooking, I didn't have to, but she's like, I gotta walk the dog. I'll walk the dog. Fuck it. And so I went outside, and I'm like, yo, the dog shit here. Do I have to pick that shit up? And she's like, nah, it's good. Like I'm like. But that's the owner, though. You feel me? Like, that's not even me. Like, this is your dog. You figure it out.
It's really not that bad. I mean, I remember when I first moved down here living with our friend Eddie, he had 2 pit bulls. One was like, dude, like 80 pounds, a big fucking dog.
Astro.
Yeah, Astro, exactly. He used to walk that dog. You need 2 hands to pick that shit up. So, but I mean, it wasn't, it's no big deal. It's all good. No, I don't think so. I don't think
A little
was
bit,
cracked.
I'm still an asshole, though. It's
So,
your neighbor,
yeah,
bro.
for sure.
So fucking drop it off and put it in public grass.
It's true. All right, I got a quick update. So the Mexican Godfather, Cienfuegos. So if those of you who didn't listen, you can go back and listen to it. But basically, the ex-defense secretary for Mexico got arrested in I'm pretty sure it was L.A. He was boarding a flight because some phones that were being tapped, they heard these guys they were listening to talk about how the Godfather was just on TV.
I remember.
Exactly. They're like, well, who was it? Who was it? And they thought it was Cienfuegos for the longest freaking time. General Cienfuegos, by the way. They thought it was him for the longest freaking time, but they couldn't prove it. Nobody would let them, look any further. Finally arrested him. And America's like, all right, it's him. We got him. It's all good. Mexico was like, this is bullshit. I'm paraphrasing. You better freaking let us handle this. This is our guy, blah, blah, blah. America's like, okay, fine. And the guy even said late Thursday night, Mexican Attorney General's office said in a statement that General Cienfuegos, who served as defense minister in President Enrique Peña Nieto's administration from 2012 to 2018, never had any encounter with the members of the criminal organization. And basically just let him go. It's like, all right, you're released. Ooh. No problem. So, and of course, America's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, after all this shit, this is the
fuck did you think they were gonna happen?
This is the reason why we arrested him, because you guys don't have the fucking balls, and everyone's paid for, and all this shit. And look what happens. They just let him fucking go.
That's the same thing with the Chapo situation. That's why they
El
had to take
Chapo,
him.
yeah, that's why, yeah. But El Chapo, they're trying to freaking get, and they couldn't hold on to him. But this guy, they're just like,
it's the same thing with
El Chapo.
With the invasion or insurrection of the White House,
Sure.
the Capitol.
Yeah,
it's just like some people just let them in. Like,
yeah,
fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
pretty fucking much.
And I'm pretty sure whatever's going on, he probably has so much money going into the Mexican government where they like, we cannot even get rid of this guy. Figure it out. All right, you're not guilty. You're good. Just get the fuck
what
out of
happened
here.
was listen, you let this guy go, we're gonna kill your whole fucking family. Yeah. That's what I think happened.
We're gonna blow up Mexico.
Or we're gonna give you like $5 million. You figure out, let this guy go or whatever. So, and what's crazy is the guy, like when they let him go, it's like, we'd be crazy to just let this guy go after the Americans gave him to us and all this and that. Just let him fucking go. So, all right. I guess after that, we should start with, something a little bit positive here to finish us off.
Sort of.
Finish us off. Sort of?
Oh, it's positive. I'm just
okay.
An elderly woman came to a gas station.
What came to a gas station?
An elderly woman came into
okay.
my gas station. And this is courtesy of Seth Kaz from this. I'm not going to tell you where I get my stories from.
Sure. Little secret spot.
Secrets. a police officer was standing behind her. She came to the gas station with $3 in change to put in her car. She struggled with a cane, struggling to walk back to her car, and he realized she was struggling, so he went to help her, and she only put $3 in her car for gas, which is like
not
ridiculous.
a lot.
I mean,
2 miles.
Yeah,
basically.
a gallon.
I remember when somebody stole one of my my debit card, and I didn't have anything else on me but my debit card, and it didn't work, and I found like $10 like in my car, but whatever. So he saw what was going on, so he went and put $20. The police officer put $20 in her gas tank, and went to talk to her about if he can help her with anything, and then she was saying that her husband just died, and she's stuck paying with all the bills that they used to share together. And he did it because she probably would end up running out of gas doing whatever she's doing. The reason I was using this one, because the police officers involved.
It's a heartbreaking story. Jeez.
I know.
Listen. I'm over here wiping tears.
That the police officer helped her, even though he didn't even have much of his own money or anything like that. But we're right now where I would like us to all be together as far as like the country and stuff like that. But they're starting to weed out the bad officers from how things are with like the Black Lives Matter things,
sure, yeah,
and everything like that. And now since the protests and the insurrection, all the people that were police officers that were like fighting other police officers are getting fired, because now you're kind of taking out the bad people.
Sure.
So it's a positive thing, even though it's from a negative situation.
True.
So it's like they're not all horrible. Like,
no, of course
not at all. And for me, I prefer to have the police around than not have the police around.
Yeah,
except for when I'm doing my degenerate things, which I don't really do that much. Feel me? Like, but it is what it is. But so like, let's just think about what they do for us at times. Because even today, when I'm like coming here, like there's a police officer driving by, making sure everything's safe.
Oh, here, dude?
Yeah,
where
like,
I live, dude,
it's safe. And
yeah.
home wise now, like they're there to take care of us at the end of the day. Right?
Did I tell you guys I left my trunk open on New Year's Eve? Did I tell that story?
No.
So, dude, so New Year's Eve we go over to Irina's because little girls there, so Alicia could play whatever. And I had some beer in the trunk of the Hyundai. So I go down there, pick it up, and we jump in the Lexus where the car seat is that we drive over. And I get back and, there's police cars out front. I'm like, what's going on? So anyway, we go in the house and about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes later, you get that knock on the door, but it's with the keys because they like to use like something like an open doors. Police officer like, sir, do you own a white Hyundai? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? It's like, I think someone might have broke into it. I was like, really? I was like, no, this and that. Like I left it open. I grabbed some water. Probably what I was like, can you just come down and just, make sure nothing was taken out of your car, sir? I'm like, sure. And sure enough, like it's all good. Like, all right, cool. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for checking in.
That happened to Ricky. Ricky left his truck open too. And Miami Shores is very safe like that too. And they knocked on his door. I was like, did you leave your trunk open? Then he had to go back and check. And Ricky leaves everything in his car.
Oh, it was gone?
No, they didn't take anything. He just left it open by accident.
Oh, okay.
But that's, you know what I mean? That's they're serving at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
pretty much.
That's what they're making sure everything's good with you, making sure everything's safe. And we don't want to lose that.
Nope.
At the end of the day.
At all.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
How about being able, let's get a big
they
round
won
of applause
like
for
10 too.
For Seth and for you guys to being able to do 50 shows here.
50 shows.
Come on, that's something big.
Appreciate that.
Because we said so, baby.
Because we said so, indeed.
That's right.
All right, so yeah, this is episode 50. It's been freaking great. Good stuff, everyone. Glad we all stuck around, Benny. Glad you could be here for this one.
Thank you.
So we got Seth on mic 1, Laz on mic 2,
Yo,
Lucas in mic 3,
Hey.
Benny in mic 4. What were you looking at? You're just like looking off to the side like, hey. So, all right, guys, it's because we said so. We'll see you guys soon. Appreciate it next week. Boom.
Yeah, Carmine, bring it.
So far away, so far away. You're so far away. so far away.